Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice day out here. Bucket on. Listen, go to Print Champs. Get your bucket. Shield yourself from the sun. You know the vibes, man. Also, man, big Manscape in the building. Use code Brunson. Save 20% off. And free shipping. And the free shipping, I fought for that for y'all. Now, I came out here to calm down. I came out here to relax. Because the more and more I look at this list by Chris Sims, I just see the blatant hypocrisies that happened during the offseason. Nothing surprises me at this point. Nothing surprises me, man. I think these dudes are just... At this point, I'm starting to think a lot of people just paid to say ridiculous stuff. I don't know what Chris Sims is looking at. I don't understand it, man, at all. But he did a list. The top 40 quarterbacks. Top 40 quarterbacks in the NFL or going into next season. It has to be going into next season. Has to be. You know, because some of the people on this list have never even had a snap in the National Football League. He did a top 40 list. Top 40 quarterbacks going into this season. And to say the list is bad would be an understatement. The list is atrocious. This is one of the worst. First of all, who does a top 40? Who are you trying to squeeze in? We're going to get to that in a minute. Who are you trying to squeeze in just to say I put them on the list that you got to do a top 40? It's not 40 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. So that was the first red flag from even The only reason why I'm even reviewing this list is because a lot of people are sending me this list. And the list is horrible. This is the worst list I've ever seen in my life. And I'm getting upset even thinking about it. So first off, in the top 10, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he had Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Aaron Rodgers was top 3. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, Josh Allen being number 2, I just don't see that. But I'm not going to argue with that top 3. You know what I mean? Then I can't remember who he had at 4. Who was at 4? Deshaun Watson was at 4. And then also in that top 10, he had the usual suspects that you would think. Lamar Jackson was up in there. But the problem I have with that top 10 is he had Matthew Stafford in the top 10. Just the only problem I really got with the top 10 is Matthew Stafford. I think that's a little high. Then you got Derek Carr in the top 15. Arguably, some people would say Derek Carr belongs in the top 15. But some of the quarterbacks that Derek Carr was over, I mean, you could argue, but I'm not even mad at that. It starts getting egregious. Now you got Ryan Fitzpatrick at 23. So you mean to tell me out of 40 quarterbacks, Ryan Fitzpatrick is at 23? Out of 40 quarterbacks. So basically you're saying Ryan Fitzpatrick is the 23rd best quarterback in the league. Now, Chris Sims been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? Ryan Fitzpatrick at 23. Then you go right to 24 and 25. It's Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. How the hell are you going to rank both quarterbacks on its... You see what I'm saying? How are you going to have Taysom Hill at 24, and Jameis Winston at 25? They playing for the same team. You don't know who's going to be the starter. You don't know who's going to get the bulk of the minutes. But you just don't... Just because you don't know who's going to be the starter, you just got to throw both of them in there at 24 and 25. The list just don't make no sense. Andy Dalton at 29. Andy Dalton shouldn't even be on this list. Shouldn't even be on this list. But it gets worse. It gets worse from here. Mac Jones is at 30. Mac Jones. Now, I'm a Mac Jones fan, but the 30th best guy, that means he's starting somewhere. Never took a snap in the NFL. Never took a snap in the NFL. And then before you got the 30 at Mac Jones, you had Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. I think there was like 27, 26 or something like that. The list is awful. Awful. And then you get the 38. This is why I believe he extended it to 40 for his personal favorites. You get the 38, and then you put Kellen Mound at 38. And Trey Lance at 39. And I think at 40 was Justin Fields. How in the hell can you justify... Drew Lock made this list. How in the hell can you not... How can you justify not having Jalen Hurts on the top 40 list? If you stretch it out to 40 quarterbacks, how can you justify not having Jalen Hurts on this list? You can't justify it. At this point, it's almost inexcusable the way that the media is propelled to hate on Philadelphia. It's inexcusable. I can't take it no more. I don't want to look at another list. It doesn't get better. It just gets worse. It gets worse. A lot of people don't even know who the hell Kellen Mound is. But I do, and I know you like him, Mr. Sims. I know you like him. But to have is in no universe. No universe created by you or anybody else will have Jalen Hurts under Kellen Mound. Come on. And I have yet to find somebody to tell me what the Zach Wilson hype is about. Nobody tells me that. Nope, nobody's going to be able to say it. Nobody's going to be able to dispute anything that I'm saying. But this is the worst list I ever seen in my life. This is the worst list I ever seen in my life. By a professional. By somebody with a blue check mark on Twitter. This is the absolute worst list I ever seen in my life. There was no thought put into this list. It was all, it's ridiculous. This is garbage. I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100, man. This is bad. And then you got CBS. When I CBS, I CBS. You know what I'm saying? When I log on to CBS, I CBS. Then you got CBS Sports come out with another horrible. Well, I actually agree with this list. They come out ranking the top coaches. Nick Sirianni is 27th. 27th. I agree with it. He never coached a day in the NFL. 27th. But they got Arthur Smith over other people. He never was a head coach. But they got Arthur Smith over people that coached before. But I'm cool with Nick Sirianni being on the list and you having low expectations for him because he never coached nowhere. I understand that. That's how it should go. But why doesn't this quarterback list follow the same blueprint? It should be a universal rule. If you never did the job before, I can't expect you to be great off the rip. I'm hoping you will. So I'm not really mad at CBS list and where they put Nick Sirianni. But this quarterback list is ridiculous. If you got to have all the quarterbacks on the list low because they never, all the coaches on the list low because they never coached, how does it make sense to have Mac Jones on the list over Jalen Hurts? It don't make sense at all. It's ridiculous, bro. Nobody was even talking about Mac Jones in the draft. I was the only one. Nobody was even talking about him. I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. And it's almost like, you know, a lot of people going to feed into the list because they think these lists are coming from intelligent people who using common sense, but they're not. And then you're going to get some people who going to be in our situation, Eagles Nation, and just stop looking at the list because it does us no good. Does us no good. Didn't they come out with a list and say Doug Peterson was trash, but he won the bowl? Does us no good. Even it does us no good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Does us no good looking at these lists or being a part of these lists sometime. But it is what it is. We're gonna continue to move along. But I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my top 30 quarterbacks in the NFL, my top 31 quarterbacks, and I'm gonna present that video to y'all tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Do we even have to get into it? Listen, man, I know this list is real. It's small. You probably can't see it, but we go chop it up. Number one, I got Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers are too far from each other. You know what I mean? I don't think it's egregious or crazy or disrespectful to say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game. He's that guy. Look at his rating last year. Aaron Rodgers' second highest rating since 2011. He did his thing. 48 touchdowns, I believe. 5 picks. Come on. Patrick Mahomes, number 2. Tom Brady, number 3. Josh Allen, number 4. Russell Wilson, number 5. Deshaun, number 6. Lamar, number 7. Kyler Murray, number 8. Ryan Tannehill, number 9. Yes, I think he's top 10. Dak Prescott, 10. Justin Herbert, 11. Baker Mayfield, 12. Matt Ryan, 13. Derek Carr, 14. Stafford, 15. Cousins, 16. Cam Newton, 17. Ben Roethlisberger, 18. Joe Burrow, 19. Golf, 20. Carson Wentz, 21. Jimmy G, 22. Jalen Hurts, 23. Sam Darnold, 24. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 25. Teddy Bridgewater, 26. Now, a lot of people going to, you could debate or you could agree what you want. This is far more, this is by far way more accurate than what Chris Sims put in there, man. Listen, obviously Carson Wentz is going to be in the bottom half. He was atrocious, as was Jared Goff. Joe Burrow was a little better. Ben Roethlisberger was a little better than him. Cam Newton, debatable, but I absolutely believe Jalen Hurts is going to have a better season than Sam Darnold, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Teddy Bridgewater. I believe he's a better quarterback than those 3 guys as well. And also with the rest of the list coming up, you'll see who I had, I think, in the bottom 5 or whatever. But yeah, man, you got some guys who are trending up. Baker Mayfield, as long as that offensive line looks good, Baker Mayfield is going to play way better. Justin Herbert, he's one of those guys, man. He's right outside the top 10. Matt Ryan at number 12, I'm not mad at. Carr, I'm not mad at. Stafford, I'm not mad at none of this. You can't debate the top 10. I wish you would find a way. You just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But these are the guys that's after Teddy Bridgewater. Daniel Jones, Jameis Winston, Tua, Andy Dalton, Trevor Lawrence, and Zach Wilson. Listen, I'm not putting nobody high up on this list who never had a snap in the NFL. I'm just not going to do it. We don't know what neither one of those guys is going to look like. And I don't understand how so many quote-unquote experts got these guys better than dudes like Goff who played in the Super Bowl, or better than dudes like Wentz who had a MVP caliber season. I mean, these guys got to show that they could do those type of things. Daniel Jones, yeah, he deserves to be the leader of this group of guys. Cool. But you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of people got a lot to learn. And Drew Lock didn't make my list. I don't